Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1510, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. The island of Martha's Vineyard is located in what body of water? Atlantic Ocean. Jackson Pollock was known for what distinctive painting method? Drip technique. What is the Burmese word for Mr.? You. The city of Muskogee is located in which U.S. state? Oklahoma. What invention in about 1450 AD revolutionized communication in the world? Printing press. Where are carpal bones found? Wrist. What is the name of the boarding device used by ancient Roman warships? Answer. The corvus was a boarding bridge with a heavy spike designed to pierce the enemy ship's deck when it was lowered. The soft drink Mr. Pibb was introduced as a competitor to which popular soft drink? Dr. Pepper. In 2021, a team of mountain climbers completed the first winter ascent of which mountain? K2. On January 16, 2021, a team of climbers became the first to do what climbers had been trying for more than 3 decades. How is Lyme disease transmitted? Answer. The bite of black-legged ticks infected with the bacterium Borrelia burgdorferi, or rarely the bacterium Borrelia mayonnae. The film Point Break was shot at which beach in the U.S.? Cannon Beach in Oregon. It's not a typical sunny and tropical beach, but the beach is still cinematically beautiful that film scenes are filmed there. Who was the first African-American mayor of Chicago? Harold Washington. In the series Eragon, what is the name of Eragon's dragon? Saphira. What are deheaded, deveined, and sorted by size in a Latrim machine? Shrimp. What is the profession of John Cryer's character on the TV show 2.5 Men? Chiropractor. Where is the oldest annual horse race? England. What international city is served by Charles de Gaulle Airport? Paris. What 4 groups of instruments play in a modern symphony orchestra? Strings, woodwinds, percussion, and brass. Love Bites was the only song to reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for which rock band? Def Leppard. The Russian Mensheviks were opposed to what other faction? Bolsheviks. The 1979 Soviet invasion of what nearby nation caused an international uproar? Afghanistan. This protein makes the blood red in color? Hemoglobin. For what movie did Dan Aykroyd receive an Oscar nomination? Driving Miss Daisy. Which U.S. state is named after a king of England? Georgia. What dessert consists of ice cream covered in meringue and baked in the oven? Baked Alaska. Which U.S. president made the dog named Fido famous? Abraham Lincoln. In which ocean or sea are the Seychelles? Indian Ocean. The East Gate of Jerusalem, where Peter and John healed a lame, is known as what? The Beautiful Gate. What show debuted on September 7th, 1979, with George Grande anchoring? Answer SportsCenter. What are spit in the annual contest in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma? Watermelon seeds. What Charlton Heston movie won 11 Oscars in 1960? Ben-Hur. Who was the first Hawaiian king to venture off the islands? Answer. Kamehameha II, Queen Kamamalu visited England, where they both contracted measles and died shortly thereafter. In what city did Anne Romano raise her 2 daughters on the show One Day at a Time? Indianapolis. Which historical military commander was never defeated? Alexander the Great. Where can you find Myra Necropolis? Turkey? Which great painter's nickname translated literally to the Greek? El Greco. What fruit is normally squeezed into a margarita? Lime. What did Yankee Doodle stick in his hat? Feather. What was the first railroad to cross the U.S.? The Union Pacific. What 2 players were selected before Michael Jordan in the 1984 NBA draft? Akeem Olajuwon and Sam Bowie. Which country contains the most forested area? Russia. Understood Betsy was a book published in 1918 by what author? Dorothy Canfield Fisher. How many days were there in the ancient Egyptian year? 365. Derby, Hamburg deerstalker, and trilby are types of what? Hats. Which 3 states share a border with Michigan? Indiana, Ohio, and Wisconsin. Who recorded the song True? Spandau Ballet. Who said, "Love the life you live the life you love"? Bob Marley. Madagascar is located off the coast of what mainland country? Mozambique. Emetophobia or phagophobia is the fear of what? Vomiting. It is often associated with agoraphobia, mysophobia, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and other social anxiety disorders. Who said, "He who wishes to serve his country must have not only the power to think, but the will to act"? Plato. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.